Welcome to the California DMV Practice Test 2026. This test has 46 questions, the same number as the real California DMV knowledge test. You need to answer at least 38 correctly to pass. Take your time with each question. Let's get started. Question 1. If a driver ahead of you has stopped at a crosswalk, you should A. Change lanes, look carefully, and pass. B. Tap your horn to let the driver know you are waiting. C. Stop, then proceed when safe. The correct answer is C. Stop behind any vehicle stopped at a crosswalk. Never pass. A pedestrian may be crossing that you cannot see. Question 2. You sold your vehicle. You must notify the DMV within how many days? A. 10 days. B. 5 days. C. 7 days. The answer is B. 5 days. Notify the DMV within 5 days of selling your vehicle to remove your liability for the new owner's actions. Question 3. While all of the following are dangerous while driving, which is also illegal? A. Listening to music through headphones covering both ears. B. Adjusting your outside mirrors. C. Reading a road map. The answer is A. California law prohibits wearing headphones covering both ears while driving. You must hear emergency vehicles at all times. Question 4. If you are in an accident, you must show the other person your driver's license and A. Proof of insurance only. B. Proof of insurance and vehicle registration. C. Proof of insurance, registration, and current address. The answer is C. All three, plus your driver's license. Exchange all 4 pieces of information with every other party involved. Question 5. Which of these is a legal U-turn? A. On a highway where there is an opening for a turn. B. 150 feet before a curve in the road. C. In front of a fire station. The answer is A. At a designated highway opening. U-turns are illegal near curves, fire stations, and where you cannot see 200 feet in both directions. Question 6. When can you cross solid double yellow lines to pass another vehicle? A. When you know there are no cars coming toward you. B. When a slow-moving vehicle refuses to use a turnout. C. Under no circumstances. The answer is C. Never. Double solid yellow lines prohibit passing in both directions under all circumstances. Question 7. 2 sets of solid double yellow lines spaced 2 or more feet apart should be treated as A. A center turn lane open to traffic. B. A traffic barrier may not be crossed for any reason. C. A passing zone when the road is clear. The answer is B. A traffic barrier may not be crossed under any circumstances. Question 8. To help avoid being rear-ended when preparing to turn, you should A. Keep your parking lights on at all times. B. Signal at least 100 feet before you turn. C. Check your rearview mirror often. The answer is B. Signal 100 feet before turning. Gives following drivers time to slow down. Question 9. Which statement about road construction zones is not true? A. Fines are doubled for some violations in work zones. B. White signs warn you of closed lanes and roadwork ahead. C. Roadworking equipment is painted orange. The answer is B. That is not true. Orange signs warn of construction, not white signs. Question 10. A driver unexpectedly pulls in front of you. The California Driver Handbook recommends A. Swerve into the lane next to you. B. Drive onto the shoulder of the road. C. Take your foot off the gas pedal. The answer is C. Take your foot off the gas. Slows you down without risking a secondary accident. Question 11. The basic speed law says you should A. Keep your speed close to that of other traffic. B. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. C. Always drive at the posted speed limit. The answer is B. Drive at a speed safe for current conditions, even below the posted limit when necessary. Question 12. You must use your seatbelt. A. Unless you're in the back of a pickup truck. B. Unless you're in a private parking lot. C. Whenever you are driving or riding in a motor vehicle. The answer is C. Always. California requires seatbelts for all occupants in all positions, in all locations, at all times. Question 13. A person may ride in the back of a pickup truck only when A. The sides of the bed are at least 24 inches high. B. The pickup bed has a seat bolted to the frame. C. The back of the truck is equipped with a proper seatbelt system. The answer is C. A proper restraint system is required. Bed height or bolted seats alone do not make it legal. Question 14. The implied consent law means you have agreed to A. A vehicle inspection for alcohol. B. Chemical testing for alcohol in your blood if suspected of DUI. C. A field sobriety test only. The answer is B. By driving in California, you consent to chemical BAC testing if suspected of DUI. Question 15. After passing another car, when is it safe to return to the driving lane? A. When the driver you passed signals you to return. B. When you look over your shoulder and see the car is behind you. C. When you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror. The answer is C. Both headlights visible in your rearview mirror confirms you have fully cleared the vehicle. Question 16. What is a safety zone? A. An empty lane next to freeway dividers. B. A space set aside for pedestrians, such as near transit stops. C. The median strip on a divided highway. The answer is B. A marked pedestrian area near transit stops. Vehicles cannot drive through or park in them. Question 17. You are on the freeway and traffic is merging into your lane. You should A. Make room for the merging traffic if possible. B. Always slow down to let every vehicle merge. C. Maintain your speed and position. The answer is A. Make room when safe. Adjust speed or change lanes to allow smooth merging. Question 18. When you come to a flashing yellow traffic light, you must A. Stop before crossing the intersection. B. Wait for the green light. C. Slow down and proceed carefully. The answer is C. Slow down and proceed with caution. Be ready to yield. Question 19. A flashing red traffic light has the same meaning as A. A yield sign, slow and merge. B. A caution sign, proceed carefully. C. A stop sign, come to a complete stop, then proceed when safe. The answer is C. A stop sign, come to a complete stop, look both ways, and proceed only when safe. Question 20. A red curb means A. Parking is for emergency vehicles only. B. Parking is for disabled persons with a placard. C. No stopping or parking at any time, except buses at marked stops. The answer is C. Red curb means no stopping, standing, or parking whatsoever. Question 21. At an uncontrolled railroad crossing where visibility is limited, the speed limit within 100 feet of the tracks is A. 10 miles per hour. B. 15 miles per hour. C. 25 miles per hour. The answer is B. 15 miles per hour. Slow to 15 miles per hour within 100 feet when you cannot see 400 feet in both directions. Question 22. Your tyre goes flat on the highway. You should pull over A. In the right-hand lane and slow gradually. B. Wherever your car is visible for 200 feet. C. Completely off the pavement onto the shoulder. The answer is C. Fully off the pavement. Remaining in a travel lane at highway speeds is extremely dangerous. Question 23. To see vehicles in your blind spots, you should A. Check your inside rearview mirror. B. Check your outside rearview mirror. C. Turn and look over your shoulder. The answer is C. Mirrors cannot eliminate blind spots. Always turn your head and look over your shoulder before every lane change. Question 24. An accident causes more than $1,000 in damage. You must A. Report it only to your insurance company. B. File a written SR1 report with the DMV within 10 days. C. File a report with the CHP only if someone was injured. The answer is B. File an SR1 with the DMV within 10 days for any accident with injury, death, or more than $1,000 in damage. Question 25. To turn left from a one-way street onto a two-way street, you start the turn from A. The far left lane. B. Any lane that is available. C. The lane closest to the center of the street. The answer is A. The far left lane. This puts you in the correct lane on the two-way street. Question 26. If you must drive through standing water, you should test your brakes by A. Gently pressing the gas and brake at the same time. B. Alternately pressing brake and gas. C. Pressing the brake hard for 3 to 4 seconds. The answer is A. Apply gentle simultaneous brake pressure to dry out your brake pads. Question 27. The orange triangle on the back of a slow-moving vehicle means it travels at A. Less than 25 miles per hour. B. Less than 35 miles per hour. C. Less than 45 miles per hour. The answer is A. Less than 25 miles per hour. Give extra space and pass only when completely safe. Question 28. You must always look carefully for motorcycles before changing lanes because they A. Always have the right of way. B. Are harder to see in traffic. C. Are typically driven too fast. The answer is B. They are harder to see. Always double-check for motorcycles before every lane change. Question 29. You want to make a right turn at an upcoming intersection. You should slow down and A. Move toward the left side of your lane. B. Avoid the bicycle lane entirely. C. Signal for at least 100 feet before turning. The answer is C. Signal 100 feet before turning. Question 30. At an unmarked intersection, you and the driver on your right arrive at the same time. Who goes first? You. The faster vehicle always goes first. B. You both wait until one yields. C. The driver on your right. The answer is C. The driver on your right. Always yield to the vehicle on your right at uncontrolled intersections. Question 31. Regularly checking traffic behind you is helpful because A. It tells you if a tailgater is following too closely. B. It is only required when you are slowing down. C. It is not necessary on familiar roads. The answer is A. Check mirrors every 5 to 8 seconds. Spotting a tailgater early gives you time to create a safety buffer. Question 32. When passing a bicycle rider, you must A. Wait until there is a bike lane before passing. B. Give the cyclist a safe amount of space. C. Honk to alert the cyclist before passing. The answer is B. California requires at least 3 feet of clearance when passing a cyclist. Question 33. Where do you stop when there is no limit line or crosswalk at an intersection? A. At the corner, even if it blocks your view. B. Far enough back to clearly see cross traffic. C. just past where the crosswalk would be? The answer is B. Stop far enough back to see cross traffic in both directions. Question 34. In a business or residential area, you must signal for at least how many feet before turning? A. 50 feet. B. 100 feet. C. 75 feet. The answer is B. 100 feet. Signal at least 100 feet before any turn in a business or residential area. Question 35. You and a driver on your left arrive at an intersection at the same time. Who goes first? A. The driver on the left goes first. B. You go first. C. Whoever is signaling a turn goes first. The answer is B. You go first. The other driver is on your left, so you have the right of way. Question 36. What colour are warning signs? A. White with black text. B. Yellow with black symbols or text. C. Orange with black text. The answer is B. Yellow with black. Warning signs alert you to hazards and conditions requiring extra caution. Question 37. A large truck ahead of you is turning right. The truck may A. Complete the turn in either of the two lanes. B. Swing wide to the left to complete the right turn. C. Stay in the right lane at all times while turning. The answer is B. Swing wide left. Never squeeze between a turning truck and the curb. Question 38. Which of the following is not a safe driving habit? A. Scanning 10 to 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle. B. Fixing your eyes on the vehicle directly ahead. C. Checking your mirrors every 5 to 8 seconds. The answer is B. Fixing your eyes only on the car ahead creates dangerous tunnel vision. Question 39. What is the main benefit of keeping a space cushion around your vehicle? A. Other drivers fill in, improving traffic flow. B. You have time to react if another driver makes a mistake. C. It protects you physically in a collision. The answer is B. More space equals more reaction time. A space cushion is one of the most important defensive driving habits. Question 40. When you see orange construction signs and cones on a freeway, you must A. Slow down because the road ends ahead. B. Be prepared for workers and slow-moving equipment. C. Change lanes immediately and maintain speed. The answer is B. Slow down and watch for workers. Fines are often doubled in active work zones. Question 41. You may turn left on a red light only when A. No pedestrians are visible. B. Oncoming traffic is clear for at least 500 feet. C. Turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. The answer is C. Left on red is only legal from a one-way street onto another one-way street after stopping and yielding. Question 42. Pedestrians always have the right of way. A. Only where a marked crosswalk exists. B. Only when a traffic signal directs them to walk. C. At all intersections, whether or not a crosswalk is marked. The answer is C. Always. California gives pedestrians the right of way at all intersections, even without marked crosswalks. Question 43. Should you always drive slower than surrounding traffic? No. Driving too slowly can block traffic and create hazards. B. Yes. Slower is always safer. C. Yes. It is always better to drive slower than other drivers. The answer is A. No. Driving significantly below traffic speed is dangerous and can be a violation. Question 44. Why are all passengers required to wear a seatbelt? A. It is the law in California. B. It helps prevent accidents from happening. C. Only front seat passengers are legally required. The answer is A. It is the law. All occupants in all positions must wear seatbelts in California. Question 45. You are parking downhill and there is no curb. You turn your front wheels, A, parallel to the road, B, away from the side of the road, C, toward the side of the road. The answer is C, toward the side of the road. If brakes fail, the car rolls off the road rather than into traffic. Question 46. Driving so slowly that you interfere with the normal flow of traffic is A, a violation of California law, B, the legal right of any driver, C, legal but not recommended. The answer is A, a violation. Impeding traffic flow is illegal unless necessary for safety. That's all 46 questions. Take the full free practice test at dmvcalifornia.us. Instant results, and you can retake it as many times as you like. Download the DMV California app on iOS. Subscribe to DMV practice tests for more videos, and good luck on your California DMV knowledge test.